Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Gaurav, aka the PMF guy, and today I'm gonna give you a very interesting AI agent that's gonna be the best productivity hack you've ever discovered. But before I proceed further, this video is specially for my founder friends and CXOs because I have felt that one of the major productivity killers for people like us is content creation. As founders and executives, we all know we need to build our personal brands through content. But let's be real, it's a constant struggle. The biggest challenge isn't just finding time, it's figuring out what to post, when to post, what is the right strategy for different platforms that we have encountered like LinkedIn, Twitter, maybe a blog announcement, newsletters, and trust me, the struggle is real. And especially for early stage founders like us and also the leadership teams working in different organizations, that never ending battle is not about finding time. It's about finding the right strategy for every platform. Trust me, people like us spend enough time thinking what content aligns with our product, brand that is right to post from our own account or a messaging that needs to go from our own wordings on our official channel. And trust me, these all challenges take a lot of time, effort, and energy. Whereas if this was taken away, we could focus on maybe business operations, growth strategies, things that matter more to spend our valuable time. But wait, what if I told you that there's a solution that I'm proposing in this video, and that is an AI Ghost Writer agent. This is one of the biggest productivity hack that you can have because not only this ghostwriter AI agent that I have created aligns with your product and the brand, but also will be able to talk in your same style and in your tonality that you have predefined. But wait, before I jump into giving you a complete walkthrough of this video, that how this agent has been built and also showing you the capabilities, let me break it down into two simple steps. The first step in which I'm going to talk about is giving you a complete breakdown of the capabilities of the AI agent, and in the second part of the video I'm going to talk about the builder side, that how you can build such AI agents to improve your productivity. Now, one more important thing that I want to highlight is you can actually take this AI agent as a blueprint and completely customize it the way you want. Also, there is another advantage. With this particular AI agent, you will get a link that can be passed to your marketing team, PR team, or anybody in your team who will actually be able to access this and get any sort of content ideas, any sort of post that they want to make, just in the style that you generally do on your social media platforms. So yeah, without any delay, let's jump into the first part of the video where I'm going to show you first the capability of this particular AI agent. Okay, so as you see, I have named this particular AI agent as Jasper, and it's specifically designed for founders and C-level executives. Just a very basic thing, it's a chatbot kind of an interface where you can interact, and this agent has been completely built using HelloTars, which is a no-code AI agent builder platform. So, as you can see, I've done some predefined messages over here. So the first step is basically that it will ask you to provide your full name. In this case, I have taken Sam Altman's name. Over here, you will see that it's using certain tools like get search and again, it's just crawling some data. I'm going to talk about more when I talk about the builder side, that what this tool is all about, how you can connect different tools into an AI agent. But moving forward, what it does is, with the help of this tool, it's able to go and find out all the possible information about Sam Altman. So if you see over here, the name, the date of birth, place of birth, current role, education, everything, and also brings a very simple summary of the company that he works for. And over here, as you see, it's a very simple and a clean message of summary, understanding what this person does and who this person really is. As you move forward, you just have to prompt the agent or tell them that the information is correct. In case it is incorrect, you can ask again to fetch the information or give some more details like maybe your brand name or your company name, because in a couple of cases where founders like us are at an early stage, it might not be very much discoverable with our name and our company name on Google directly. But what it's doing at the back is just searching on your behalf, bringing all the possible pieces of digital footprint that are available and presenting it as a summary. So if in your case it doesn't work out the way it's showing over here, just try to give in more details, maybe your LinkedIn profile link, maybe a public website that you have, and also your product website link as well. Over here, if you see, that's the second stage, that this particular AI agent will help you create the following things. I'll talk about it one by one. So, LinkedIn post. It will adapt to the understanding of who you are, what your company does, and based upon that, it's gonna write a LinkedIn post. An X post. The way you've been posting about X, or let's just say you have a new account, then I have kind of pre-built some custom prompt over there to give some guidelines on how a Twitter post needs to be done. But again, wait for it. When I talk about the walkthrough or the builder part, we'll get into it. The third is the Slack message. Now, why this is important? Most importantly, with the help of Jasper and the tooling capabilities available in Tars AI agents, you can connect your Slack account and it will get access to every messages of your Slack, where in any channel you want to post a message, any kind of announcement you want to do, this AI agent will be able to do it on your behalf. Next is writing a blog post and then a video script or any other custom request. You can just prompt the agent and the agent will be able to give you the desired result based upon your expectation. Here's a very simple example. I've asked to do a LinkedIn post, and then the obvious question that the agent asks is, what is a topic that you want to talk about on a LinkedIn post? As we all know that recently OpenAI announced the image generation capability. So a very simple way I've said that announcing OpenAI image generation capability in API available from today. So basically what I'm trying to tell the agent is I want to create a LinkedIn post around this particular topic. And as you can see, again, it's using some more tools like the get search, the FireCrawl tool, and the scrape tool, and it's able to come up with the LinkedIn post that aligns with the tonality that generally you post on social media, and it's having all the possible details and even the links from where all you can test it and everything. So yeah, this is one of the very simple examples that how by prompting it in the right way, or maybe personalizing this agent for your own self, if you give more details at the back, it will be able to create customized LinkedIn post just like how you do it. Moving further, I also prompted again to make an X post about the same topic, that is announcing the OpenAI image generation available in API. And if you see, I have also asked to generate an image. It has also used Ideogram image generation, which is a tool again attached at the back of the tool, back of the agent. And here's a very simple tweet that can go out, and it also gives a very simple image right now. Maybe it doesn't align with your brand style or tonality, but again, if you keep prompting it, it can be better. And yeah, so this is just a very quick way to show you the capabilities. I can go more and talk about further that, hey, it can give a blog, it will ask you to give a particular link and ask an outline first to be created and then build a complete blog. So yeah, this is how the end user experience for an AI agent looks like. This has a shareable link that you can basically pass it on to your team, and if this is configured right as per your tonality and the way you want to communicate something, by just configuring this agent as per your own need, the team will be able to talk to you indirectly and get all the possible pieces of information that they want to post on your behalf. Okay, now moving to the second part where I'm going to help you how you can build this particular AI agent, and trust me, this is not that difficult. It's going to be very simple, and the most kick-ass part is that I will give you the link in the description of this particular AI agent where you can actually use this as a template and make all the necessary changes that you want and customize it as per your own needs. To get things started, what you need to do is you need to go to hellotars.com as a platform and just sign up. You can create a free account and you can get started in creating your AI agent. But yeah, as you move forward, there might be a stage where you will be required to move to a paid plan. But for now, you can get started for free. What I've done over here is I have created a very basic structure of how I want an agent to be performing. And if you see over here, whatever you build is going to be readily available for you to keep previewing it, so you can keep testing it the way it's working right or whether it's not performing as per your expectations. So let me show you what these different nodes that you see are connected to each other are called, how do they work, and I'm going to start from the first one. So the first thing that you see over here at Tars, this is called a gambit. So consider gambit a very simple starting node from where you can start building or giving it some instructions. But yeah, if you want to know more details about what gambits are, how does stars work on a very basic level, I'm gonna link another video which is done by my colleague, and she will be able to help you completely as a beginner how to get started with stars and build a very simple AI agent. But let's just park that aside and focus on how this agent has been built over here. So if you see, in a welcome message, what I'm trying to do is I've written some messages that, hey, I'm Jasper, Ghost Writer, specifically designed. Before I show you the capabilities, can I ask? And this is the exactly same thing that immediately came up when we opened the link of Jasper. You can always go back and change these messages. This could be something that you wanna tell your users or maybe your team at the end, that certain things that you want to communicate, that this is what the capability is, this is what I'll be able to do. You can just tweak the welcome message as per your own need. Also, you can change the name. If you don't like Jasper, you can name it something else. And yeah, you can save it. And again, when you will be trying to build this AI agent from this template, everything will be in your own account. So don't worry, they will get a unique link and not this link. So completely everything is customizable at your own end. The second gambit which you see over here is connected is the agent gambit. Now, the most interesting part happens here only, and ever if you want to go and create an AI agent, the most important or the core, or you can say the heart of any AI agent is basically this particular gambit. Over here, just to give you a little bit of walkthrough again, if you want to change certain things over here, there are different options of gambits, and depending upon the option that you choose, you can define the capabilities of it. To give you a very simple walkthrough before I jump into it, you click on add a gambit over here. The moment you click on it and you select the AI agent gambit, you will get the agent gambit, and when you save it, you will see it will get a tag of agent as well. This is exactly what I have done over here. I'm going to delete this now, that this is the agent gambit. Now, in an agent gambit, what happens? You have a base prompt, you select the model, and you select certain checkboxes which are very simple, that user feedback, markdown, view source, very simple. But the whole magic of the AI agent happens in the base prompt, and I'm going to spend a good amount of time to help you understand that how you can come up with your own prompt, how to give the right guidelines and the right process to an AI agent to work. So if you see over here, this is the prompt that will be used by the AI agent to perform the actions in the desired manner, as we saw in the previous walkthrough, that with every message it was coming back with certain replies, asking us certain questions, and that is how this configuration that you saw over there is set up over here. That you are a ghostwriter specifically designed for founders and CXOs, helping them to create refined content tailored to their personal and professional brands. And if you see, the stage one is about understanding the founder or the C-level executives. Over here, very clear instructions are given that the first step is to gather the user information, that ask the full name, use these tools, okay, and some conditions about these tools, and with the help of these tools, get the information upon what the user has inputted. Second is about gather company details and information. So in our experience, we saw that this question was not asked because Sam Altman was a big enough name that with the first query itself, it was able to figure out that which company the person is working for or which is the brand that they own. But in cases where, let's just say, people like us who are early stage founders, if it is not able to get enough content, then it will ask you the second question that, hey, please help me with your website link so I can understand what your personality is with the name and whatever the information that has been crawled, and what is the brand that you're working on, and so it can stitch both the things together to get the right piece of information and knowledge to do further actions. Third step, if you see, present a summary about the person and also the company, and make sure you have used this APIs and FireCrawl. Don't worry, I'm going to get into it, to fetch all the information and present it. And as you can see, if I go to this particular conversation that I had, here's the name that was given. Some tools were used, I'm going to talk about it, but the summary of the person about the company is alongside in this, and based upon your confirmations or rejections, it's moving ahead to the next stages. So yeah, before you jump to the next stage, ask the information is correct or not is also verified. So in case any information is not correct, then in that case, what's going to happen is it's going to go back, do the same exercise again and again, so that until unless you are satisfied, you will not be able to move ahead. But let's just say in our case, we got the information that was absolutely correct the first instance. The second stage is about determining the content needs. What is the piece of content that you want to create? Now, like I said, that I created this as a blueprint that for anybody who wants to create a LinkedIn post, a Twitter post, a Slack message, blog post, a video script, or any other request. The best part is when you use this agent as a template for yourself, you can completely customize this, make it specific to the needs that you have or a specific platform that you want to focus on, and it'll only work for that particular platform. So if I go over here and if I let's just say add over here that, hey, I want to also use this agent for let's just say press release notes, then when I'm gonna interact with this particular AI agent later, it's gonna also ask me or give me an option of the press release note. Over here is something I have done exclusively to give more detailed breakdown of each of these assets of content that you want to create. So I'm going to talk about it one by one. So if you see the LinkedIn post, I've very clearly mentioned that use a strong hook in the beginning of the post, make sure the content is in a single line paragraph formatting. You should use the capability of Google search, FireCrawl map, and then come up with the right piece of information. That's very basic, but it can be made actually more detailed oriented to get the right LinkedIn strategy. Here, if you have done any sort of LinkedIn post in the past, you can add those as samples as well so that it understands and adapts to your writing style. But like I said, I have given it over here as a very basic blueprint. Everything over here is completely customizable at your own end. The next is the Twitter post. Again, a very brief way of explanation that how a Twitter post generally works, and the way this prompt over here is configured is to add those elements of virality that I have experienced, that a strong hook in the beginning of a Twitter tweet or a LinkedIn post really works well, gauges the audience to read the post further, is just a blueprint that I have provided. If you have some more knowledge on this and more insights, feel free to feed that piece of information to the agent and it's gonna work magically for you to get the right piece of content without any further edits. Very similar over here. The third is a Slack message, where whenever user selects a Slack message option, ask the user what is the requirement to be communicated on a particular channel, DMing somebody, and based upon that, it's gonna seek permissions and whether this message is appropriate to send or not, and it's gonna even send the message as well. Then the option is for blog post. Here's something very interesting that I have done predefined for you, that whenever user selects a blog, ask a user to provide a blog URL so you can understand the writing style, word length, tonality, and then create a blog. This is very important because the writing style in which you write content and the writing style in which your brand resonates the content gonna be a little different. So if you're starting very early and you don't have any blog created and this is the first time, you might have to configure that, or you have to give the guidelines the way you want to write the blog. Or else, if you have written any one sample blog, you can just give that URL, and based upon that URL, it's gonna understand everything and then give you the outline first of the blog, and then section by section, it's gonna write the blog for you, right? The next is a video script. Ask whether it's a YouTube video script, or reel, or a TikTok video, whatever the topic that you wanna create video on. Again, if you have the transcripts of the videos in the past, you can feed again over the agent over here and it'll understand the kind of videos that you do, and based upon that, it'll generate the scripts as well. However, if you don't have that, you want to try to give it a shot, it'll be just based upon the LLM capability to understand this prompt, pass it on to an LLM, and then it's going to give it back the result to you. The last option is basically for custom requests, that any other sort of content that you have, it's going to be more generic, where somebody who wants to get, let's just say, a very simple note about a communication to be sent to somebody else, an email or something of that sort, you can just put it in the custom request as well. Over here, the other things that you see, request for any material, brief, links whenever needed. So in cases when the agent will not be able to understand that I have complete context, it can come back and ask you that, hey, I don't have this piece of information. Can you please help me with some links, or maybe attach a brief? And again, the agent can be configured in that way that if you have more, you can give it up. This is basically the tonality platform dependent. Blog matches the writing style, LinkedIn message, X, for everything. Again, an iteration has been done that what should be the tonality. This is again the way I wanted it. you can configure it, change it the way you want. Once you're done with all the needs, the agent is gonna then ask you to give back the content options that we already predefined over here. So when all the requirements are done, it's gonna again ask you that do you have any further needs, and then you can select from this and go ahead and work with the agent further. You have to just save this particular prompt, and then comes the most important part of LLM model selection. At TARS, we have these different models available right now. The responses that we saw was from GPT-4o model. However, if you want to use Claude, you want to use 3.7s on it, 3.5, Opus, you can just change the models. You can even have multiple options of GPT that you want to choose over here, whichever you feel is the right model that you have encountered in the past that feels right for you, go ahead with that. In my opinion, GPT-4o will do a great job, but if you want something real in depth or really great work or a deep research work done, then I would prefer you can select the Claude 3.7 on it, because that model is also equally great. Once you've saved this, you come to the settings part. You can set the temperature of accuracy, whether you want it to be more accurate, less accurate. Obviously, you always want to be the most accurate in terms of responses, so you set it as 1.1 and you hit this save button. Once you hit this save button, you will see the ghostwriter agent is connected. Now, since this is an existing blueprint that I'm helping you with, you have all these nodes connected, but let's just say you are starting something from scratch, then what you will be required to do is just click on this and connect the welcome gambit to the AI agent gambit. And once you establish this particular connection, which I am struggling in doing that a bit, but let me try this. Okay, very weird. Yeah, it's done. So over here, you will see that this agent is configured, but what you need to now observe is that in the prompt, we mentioned multiple tools over here that we wanted this agent to use. So what are these tools? Tools are basically the capabilities that you want to provide your agent with so that they can perform certain actions on your behalf. Over here, if you see, I have connected FireCrawl tool, Ideogram tool, Slack tool, and Search API tool. How to go about in configuring a tool is very simple. You click on add a gambit, you go over here, and instead of basic or AI agent, you select the AI tool gambit. The moment you select the AI tool gambit, you will see that there are multiple pre-built available tools within TARS, and this is one of the biggest advantages of TARS, that you can get access to these tools directly without making any further payment, or you don't need to bring your own tool custom add over here on the product. These tools are readily available for you to perform certain actions. So you can use DuckDuckGo search, you can use Ideogram, Flux, FireCrawl, Slack, Kling, Ideogram image to image generator, People Data Labs, Google Search API, Knowledge. However, don't get excited. All the other tools that you see over here are certain custom tools that I have added. I'm going to give you a very simple way of how I have done that as well. So what you need to do is you need to go to admin.hellotars.com/AI, and once you go to this particular dashboard link, you will see the tool sections right here at the bottom. Here there are certain tools that once you will use this template and duplicate this, if you go, you will see some predefined tools, and I'm going to tell you what are those tools. You will get DuckDuckGo, you will get Ideogram, you will get Flux, you will get FireCrawl, Slack, but the Kling, the Ideogram image, all these other tools that you see are the custom tools that I have added. To add a custom tool, it's a little bit tricky. You need to have some basic understandings of what a schema is, how to basically import it from a URL, what is an OpenAPI spec. To be very honest, I'm going to leave this for another video. Drop your comments below if you want me to create another video on how to create a custom tool. I'm going to do that if I get your comment in the comment section. But for now, the predefined tools is with the logos that you see are already there. This is also going to be available for you. What I have done over here is I have used FireCrawl for crawling the data. So if you see over here, like I showed you earlier, I'm gonna go and add a gambit, select a tool. Let's just say I am selecting FireCrawl Web Tools. It is giving me certain sub tools, that the scraping capability, the crawling capability, and the mapping capability, right? These all three sub tools will automatically be enabled once you save and add this tool. And what you need to do is, for any agent to perform, you need to connect this just by here, and you see this tool is now connected to the ghostwriter agent. This is exactly what I have done for FireCrawl, which is already here. This is exactly what I have done for Ideogram. And in Ideogram, if you see, it's an image generation capability, so it will generate the images. That is also enabled. In the Slack, I have connected, which has all the capabilities. If you see, post message, reply to thread, get thread replies, everything. Just for the security reasons, I'm not gonna give you that walkthrough in this video because our official Slack account is connected. So yeah, if you wanna use it, you can duplicate this and connect your own Slack tool. It will work for you. And the last is the search API, which is the Google search API that we have used to get the get search capability. This is how the whole agent blueprint has been built. And whenever you go back to the prompt, what you need to remember and do it, that whatever action you want to perform, you need to understand which tool will be capable to do that, and you mention that in the prompt so that whenever a user asks, or maybe anybody in your team or you yourself are trying to create something, you can prompt it and say that, hey, I want you to use Ideogram, or no, I don't want you to use Ideogram. Let's just say you can go back and say that in the tool section for a particular image generation, I want you to use Flux as a model. And once you save this and connect to this particular AI agent, you can go back to the prompt, edit the prompt, and give custom instructions that, hey, for any sort of image that requires heavy text to be created, use Ideogram, because ideally Ideogram is very good with image generation which has a lot of text. Or else, if you want to create some images which are more about scenic beauty, real faces, more about the realism part of it, Flux is a really good model that will help you. So if you configure that over here and you mention it explicitly, whenever somebody is interacting with your AI agent, it will perform actions based upon what you have configured over here in the core agent gambit. This is pretty much it, how a particular AI agent creation works. What you can do as a last step is you can publish the particular chatbot and you can open the link over here, and as you can see, this will start working the way as we have already seen previously in the video. So yeah, you can just go ahead and start interacting with it in the same manner. I'm not going to repeat the whole step. As you see, it's going to ask you the name, it's going to then ask you to give you all the options, and then you can choose from these options and go ahead and create whatever content you want. There are a couple of more things that I can help you with to make this agent look a lot more beautiful. So you go to configure section, you can have some general settings, SEO settings as well. If you want this particular agent to be discoverable, you can even do that. You can give a title, you can choose a different language as well, by the way, that's also supported on TARS. You can design this particular AI agent the way you want to look at. You can custom design it, you can change the font style. As you can see, for this I have done some custom configuration so that it looks a bit more neat. And yeah, like to distribute and share it, you will get a link over here. You can share the link with your team. You can actually even have the domain level deployment as well. This is all what makes building agent on TARS really helpful for any sort of creation of agent that you want to do. Now here's one more piece of information that I want to share with you. You can actually go to hellotars.com and go to the AI agents directory that TARS have. You will find a bunch of AI agents over here, predefined. Every agent over here that you see is readily available. You can try this particular AI agent over here, see the experience, and then you can use this as a template like I showed you for our product, that is basically the ghostwriter. Again, a sample agent is available over here. You can interact with this particular agent over here itself, share it with your team. If they find it really useful, you can ask them to even build these agents on TARS. To be very honest, that's it from this particular video. I hope you are able to get how to create an AI agent using hellotars.com, and the most importantly, the blueprint of this agent is available. Click on the link in the description to go check it out and customize it the way you want it. And yes, if you want to know more AI agent hacks, tips and tricks, please do let me know what sort of agents you want us to create more for you, and we'll be back again with another video for you. That's it from my side. Signing off. Have a good day.